Atmatray, Sip Sadanand, Sip Anil, Sip Rumataji, Sip Atmanand, Sip Pix, Sip Prakasha, Sip Sarlanand, Sip Deepatma, Sip Siva, Sip Samatma, Sip Siri, Sip Sarojanand, Sip Krishna, Sip Das, Sip Rajanand, Sip Premchandji, Sip Girija, Sip Rekha, Sip Ahem, Sip Chotwani, Sip Anand, Sip Shahid, Sip Prakash, Sip Bharatiyama, Sip Sukhi, Sip Gigi, Sip Bliss, Sip Laveen, Sip Chidanand, Sip Sita, Sip Girish Anand, Sip Bliko, Sip Lakshmi, Sip Ashish, Sip Ritu, Sip Vinayak, Sip Bharti, Sip Soham. This is the ones I can see. I welcome you to the call. And Sip Junior AiR. Yes, let us start. Our discussion is enlightenment permanent? That's the discussion today. We have got Atmatray and Aham Atma. Atmatray and Aham Atma. This is the discussion. Let us start. Administrator.
Yes. Shivam, sir.
Shivam.
Sir, after attaining enlightenment, if anyone not maintain his consciousness.
Watch Vishwaishari's message. Yes, yes, sir.
If anyone attaining enlightenment, not living in consciousness, he can fail in bhoga. That's why yoga should maintain.
Good answer. But I have been telling something like this, but is this the right answer is what we have to think, Atmatray. Is
Okay,
this as
you.
simple an answer or is there a little bit more complication? So this is the question today. Is enlightenment permanent? Atmatray says, no, you can slip. Yes. Is it yes? Or is you can't slip or you can slip? We have, of course, spoken, Atmatray, in our discussions, we have spoken. Any enlightened person also can slip. Correct, Atmatray? This is what we have spoken. Thank you, Atmatray. Thank you for starting the discussion. Aham Atma.
Sir, good evening, sir. I'm traveling in car. Good. Sir, is enlightenment permanent? Direct answer is yes. Always yes. There is no second thought on it. The only one thing which is permanent is change in the world, but not the enlightenment. Because we have got this human birth. The getting of human birth is very, very rare and rarest, actually. We should not waste this human birth. Therefore, enlightenment, whether we slip or not, as you said, within 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I should be in consciousness. There is no question of bringing back to consciousness. I should always be in consciousness. Permanently, I should stay in consciousness. If that be the case, enlightenment is permanent. There is no separate.
Okay, so we have two exactly opposite answers. Atmatray says enlightenment is not permanent, we can slip, and Aham Atma says enlightenment is permanent. So what is the right answer?
Yeah.
This is a very delicate subject, very delicate subject. So is enlightenment something which is permanent? Is enlightenment something which is not permanent?
If the enlightenment is not permanent, one thing I want to add is, if enlightenment is not going to be permanent, the danger which is coming, which will be very, very huge. We should not go into the oblivion after our death. We know our path. We know our goal. Everything. If that be the case, I want to hold this enlightenment permanently in my Atma.
So what does it see? So what we are saying is this, that that's why we are having a 1 hour discussion on this matter. It's not a joke. It's a serious matter. But let us discuss. We have two different opinions. Atmatray says enlightened person can slip. Aham Atma says no, enlightenment is permanent. Rajanand.
Shivam, sir.
Namaskar.
Sir. Namaskar. Sir, I would like to say yes, also no.
Now, third answer. Yes, also no.
Because the Maya is very tricky. Because the Maya is very tricky. Maya is very tricky. It has thousands of ways to deceive us. So, जो आप बोलते हो aha moment, that aha moment has to be stabilized. That aha moment needs to be stabilized. जैसे I will take your example. उसके लिए साधना है. because आपको देख के लगता है मुझे कि enlightenment we cannot reverse it, because when I see to you as per my little understanding, because sadhana is very important to become enlightened and equally to stabilize it. So far I have seen you, because of with my little intelligence, yeah, little intellect, that I could understand that your awakening is so intense that your life has become a continuous sadhana. Probably you don't know it. So इस केस में enlightened वापस नहीं आ सकता आदमी. Once it is stabilized इन साधना, इसको बोलते हैं एफर्टलेस मोमेंट आता होगा आपकी लाइफ में, एफर्टलेस. वंस इट बिकम्स एफर्टलेस तो वहां पर वापस नहीं आता है. वंस इट बिकेम, बिकॉज जब इसमें थोड़े फिर एफर्ट्स लगाने पड़ेंगे टू रिगेन दैट मोमेंट, तो उससे उस केस में वी कैन स्लिप.
Good. Very good. Summarize your whole answer in one line.
My answer is that if the enlightenment remains effortless, the aha moment remains effortless, it can be maintained easily. There is no reversal.
Today is
If
a
you
very
live-
interesting discussion. Today is a very interesting discussion for those of you who truly want enlightenment. Ask them to confirm. Yes, we are going on to the next person. And that is, thank you, Rajanan. Anna. Anna.
I bow down, Guruji.
Yes.
Enlightenment is a permanent one.
Okay.
They are doing sadhanas and coming to the level of highest peak. Once they are in the bliss, they will not come back to the all boga or yoga. Those who are going in the path of enlightenment, if they are halfway through, the siddhis and other things, they get it. At that time, when they diverted their path, then only they will deviate from the enlightenment to your boga. Otherwise, one was fully established to the enlightenment will be always be in enlightenment because he enjoy the bliss of the divine soul.
Okay. Oh, very beautiful. See, all of you are telling correct answers. All of you are telling different answers. All are different and all are correct. So it is very, very confusing. Somebody asked, is idli atta? Yes. Is dosa atta? Yes. Is idli dosa? No. But is idli atta? Yes. Dosa is atta? Yes. But is dosa idli? No. How do you get to reconcile? This is the challenge. Thank you, Anna. Good answer.
Thank you.
We are going to Samatma. Samatma.
Shivoham.
Shivoham.
I love all the divine souls here. Really, I want to share something else today.
Yes.
Today is actually 3 years since I became Samatma.
Yes.
It was actually on 19/1/22. It was during the call that suddenly something clicked. And as I was writing the notes, instead of making the notes of the call, automatically that name, I just wrote that name as Samatma. And from that point, I have changed a lot. There's an immense change in me. Like I even start my day with a thank you note. Like I thank SIP for giving me one more day so that I can still reach my goal. And my morning alarm is SIP in the form of my cat who wakes me up with a small meow in my ear. So my starting is with gratitude to her. Like I bow down to her and I say, I bow down to the SIP and you. Then the minute I get up, it is like I switch on the light. I'm thankful for the electricity. I open the tap. I thank the flow of water. So it's each and everything which I go on saying thank you throughout. So this was not in me before. Even the refrigerator or whatever.
Okay, so therefore, again, as I said, summarize your answer in one line.
Yeah.
Summarize your answer in one line.
There's an immense change in me, which is not yet reached to the metamorphosis stage, but it will go to it.
So is good answer. Very good answer. Again, another answer, another word, another new word. Is enlightenment permanent?
Enlightenment is permanent as long as it is a total metamorphosis. But in that, if you lose your conscious for a second, you can slip, but you should be in that position where you come back within a second.
Okay,
Then you can never slip.
you're giving a good answer, but you're contradicting your answer. But good answer, Premchand ji. You're giving a good answer, but I don't know why you are contradicting your answer. Premchand ji.
Shivam Gurudev.
Sir.
Enlightenment is not a permanent thing. It is to be maintained. I give you a 1 minute answer. एक महात्मा जी थे, नदी जाते थे, एक आदमी रोज पूछता था बाबा सच्चे हो, उनका बेटा कह नहीं सकता। 6 महीने बाद उसने पूछा, रोज पूछता था, उसने पूछा बाबा सच्चे हो क्या, बेटा सच्चा हूँ। उन्होंने कहा बाबा एक ही बात 6 महीने से मना कर रहे थे, आज क्यों कह रहे हो? उनका बेटा मैं 2.5 घंटे बाद मर जाऊंगा, अब मैं नहीं गिर सकता। तो यू टू बी मेंटेन। तो वरना उसने कहा कब आदमी कब स्लिप हो जाए आप कह नहीं सकते।
Beautiful answer. You understood what Premchand ji said. I'll tell you in English, I think what he's trying to say. Premchand ji is saying there was a man, somebody asked that man, are you enlightened? He said, I will tell you. I will tell you. Again, he asked him after a few days, are you enlightened? He said, I will tell you. I don't know what exact word. Then when the man was going to die, few minutes before the man was going to die, he went running to that man and told him, क्या बोला Premchand ji? Yes,
कि वो कहता है कि आज मैं 2 घंटे बाद मर जाऊंगा, इसलिए मैं नहीं गिर सकता। वरना you seen cases where people after enlightenment slipped away.
It's a good answer. Very good story. It's a good story, but it's a good answer. It's a good answer. Thank you, Premchand ji. Will, it's a very good analogy. Will, today's discussion, very powerful discussion. As for no and Vaishal, anything more. Yes.
Shivahang Sip.
Shivahang.
I think it's worth remembering these, like the Zen attitude is don't know, like trying to be expert. I know, yes it is, no it isn't. This is quite a problem actually, like I have to answer the question. But I know that when I say that to you, you don't like that. I'm not sure if you accept that as an answer, but I think if you have to answer such a question, like if you say, no, I don't accept the don't know answer, I have to be no, then you have to veer on the side of safety for me. And you have to think, yes, you can lose it. Because I think that there are enlightened people in the world who lose it because they take the risk. They're willing to take the risk. They say, I'm enlightened, therefore I can do bad things. This is where I think with some people whose names we're not allowed to mention on this program, but there are people who seem to monkey about and they fall into boga. And so I think the best thing is to be careful. Just be careful. If you're enlightened, it doesn't mean...
Very beautiful answer, but can you explain it? Very beautiful answer. Can you explain in one sentence? And not explain, can you summarize it in one sentence?
The question, is enlightenment permanent? There's two that can come. Either it comes from intellect or it comes from the mind. If it comes from the mind, you've got a monkey. You're not a monk, you're a monkey. Only the monkey asked this question. The monk doesn't ask the question. If the monkey is asking the question, you need to get a stick because the monkey is about to harm you. So you have to be very careful.
Good. Very well said. Beautiful. Today, everybody is giving good analogies. It looks like a good, fresh Monday evening. But you know something? To get enlightened, this is a very important question. Is enlightenment permanent? And beautiful answers. Right from Will, and we went back to Premchand ji and went back to all the people. I mean, all the people have given. Samatma said a beautiful word in her answer. Everybody has some beautiful answers. Siri. Today's session is one of my favorite sessions. Beautiful. Yes, Siri.
Sure, Guruji.
Yes.
Enlightenment is permanent. How you will ask? Because you told once a caterpillar, if it is metamorphosis happens, it becomes a butterfly. And after becoming a butterfly, it cannot become a caterpillar again.
Beautiful.
So,
therefore,
if the light within is already batti jala diya hai, so there is no darkness. You are enlightened.
But we just now told, what about some people who are supposed to be enlightened, but they drop? That means what?
No, they are not fully enlightened. If you are fully enlightened, Then once after metamorphosis and becoming a butterfly, how can you become a caterpillar? From your teachings, I have.
You are in consciousness. Samatma told the same thing what you said, but Samatma somehow she contradicted after that. So I don't know why Samatma. You can explain that. Why did you say it and why did you contradict that statement? Thank you, Ziri. Rekha Parvani. But there is a tail to this. Tail means not T-A-L-E as a tail story, but T-A-I-L. There's a tail. Rekha Parvani. Interesting. I'm quite excited of today's discussion. Rekha Parvani.
Shivoham,
Yes.
like how samsara is mithya and temporary, enlightenment is permanent. So
It's permanent.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, permanent, good answer. That is Rekha Parvani's simple, straight answer. Pix. Yes, Pix.
Shivam Guruji,
Yes.
we know that enlightenment is a process and we have 8 steps of enlightenment. If you are Satchit Anand and on that stage you hold the hand of God, then enlightenment is permanent.
If you hold the hand of?
Ship.
Then
enlightenment is permanent. Otherwise it's temporary.
Temporary?
Otherwise,
No.
if you lose the hand, you lose the grip, you will fall down. If you complete the process of 8 steps, you are become Satchitanand Atma, then only enlightenment is permanent.
Beautiful answer, but you are again creating thoda dimag mein confusion. You want to summarize it in one line?
If you are complete 8 steps of enlightenment, then enlightenment is permanent. No one can stolen this permanent enlightenment from you.
Answer is right, but there is a tail to the answer. मतलब पूंछ है. इस आंसर को एक पूंछ है. रूमाता जी बताइए.
Pranam Guruji, Shivoham, my answer is same as said earlier, ke once you caterpillar becomes butterfly, then it cannot return to caterpillar. So it is permanent. I am with her.
Good. Therefore, enlightened person can become डाकू ना. आपका बोलने का मतलब है कि एक बार enlightened हो गया, तुम caterpillar से butterfly हो गया, अभी जाओ सबको काटो.
नहीं गुरुजी, डाकू नहीं बन पाएगा वो.
बट अगर परमानेंट है तो फिर कोई आदमी कुछ भी कर सकता है. फिर कोई आदमी रोल्स रॉयस भी ले सकता है, रोलेक्स वॉच भी ले सकता है, कुछ भी कर सकता है.
मुक्त हो गया ना. बटरफ्लाई विल फ्लाई इन द स्काई, नॉट विल बी ऑन द फ्लोर.
Good answer. Butterfly will not crawl on the floor. If somebody is crawling on the floor, what does it mean?
Caterpillar.
It means they are still a worm. It means they are still a worm. रूमाता जी के बाद निचानी.
Sarji.
Sir.
Sarji, many people who think they are, when they are 99% enlightened, they think they are fully enlightened.
Good.
Those people will fall back to Bhoga. Good. Those who are 100% enlightened, they will not fall back. Example like Buddha, Bhakt Prahlad, Namdev, such person like Hanuman and Ram.
Okay, names okay. We don't know. Okay, then continue because we cannot give names. Good. So you are saying?
Unless you are 100% enlightened, you will remain totally permanent enlightened. Even 99% enlightenment will make you back to Bhoga. You'll fall down.
But there is nothing like 99% enlightenment. Either there is enlightened or you are not enlightened.
Many people will be 99% enlightened, but they think they are fully enlightened.
Okay, good. Agreed. Point taken. Thank you, Ashok. Point taken. Good, sure. Chidanand. Good answer, Ashok. Chidanand. Sir, you are unmute, Chidanand. Unmute, Chidanand. Unmute. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Shivam Guruji.
Sure,
I personally feel want to make a distinction between self-realization and enlightenment.
Yes.
And in our 8 stages, I want to make a distinction between Jivan Mukta, Satchidananda, and all other stages.
Yes, sir.
So if you say enlightenment, you have reached the stage of Jivan Mukta or Satchidananda, then it is permanent. because there is no identity of I and you are impermanent. Rest all after Buddha, whether you are a Jnani, Yogi, a Buddha or Sachidananda, there is an element of enlightened ego and there is a duality. Some duality is there. That's why you recognize yourself as Sita Prajna. Means there is a element of like you are not a
Very
Jivan
good.
Mukta. I put the other way around. So if you are in a stage of Jivan Mukta and above, Jivan Mukta also there is a, unless you are a Sachidanand, that is enlightenment. So I'm associating the word enlightenment with only Jivan Mukta and Sachidanand. If you are at that stage, then definitely it is a permanent this thing. You cannot come back. This liberation and moksha is the next stage on death. But
Beautiful.
all other stages.
One of the best answers. So Chidanand has gone into the analysis of how enlightenment journey starts from Buddha.
Yes.
And enlightenment journey goes on to the level what Premchand ji said. That person comes to know that I have been awakened completely, I have metamorphosed completely, and now I have not failed. I have succeeded, I have lived my life as an enlightened soul, then it has become permanent.
Yes.
But
Others cannot judge.
if somebody slips, what is this slipping called? What is this slipping? Everybody is worried about this slipping. Is there some possibility of slipping? That
The
is the
mind is
question.
Manonasha, as Ramana Maharshi said, the Manonasha is not happened.
So therefore, is there a question, Chidan? Last, I'm asking you a question, Chidan. So if that person is completely enlightened on top, can he slip? Or he cannot slip?
No.
Or he can slip?
No, he cannot slip.
Okay, good. As I told you, they have different answers. Bliss, thank you, Chidan. Good answer. Bliss and Blicko, two Canadians. Yes. Bliss. Yes.
Love you. Love you all. I think, according to my understanding of that, enlightenment is something you can sleep.
You can
Because
slip.
when you are enlightened, you understand everything and you are reached the butterfly and everything. So you are very another step in your understanding. So you cannot return when you are fully enlightened. But if you are in the process, you can sleep and go to the boga.
Beautiful. So Bliss has explained it so beautifully. Bliss says, in the process of enlightenment, you can slip.
Yes.
But if you have completed your metamorphosis, like Siri told, if you complete your metamorphosis, how can you reverse? You cannot reverse.
No.
But so therefore, can you slip or can you not slip? This is our call has evolved. Good evolution. Blicko will tell us. Thank you, Bliss. Good answer. Blicko. Blicko.
Yeah. Shivam, love you,
Yes,
everybody.
sir.
So the word came in my mind was also metamorphosis. But what I can see, we have that session before for the Sthita Prajna, right? This is a basic requirement of a person. Once he get enlightenment, he has to move to Sthita Prajna. If his stage of Sthita Prajna is achieved, then only he can metamorphosis. Because mind will always be there and it will pull by all forces, because once you are enlightened, it is not guaranteed that you will not slip. Unless you are steady intellect, you are sthita prajna, then there is your journey is towards the jivan mukta and satchidanatma. So there will be no return, and the chances of slipping is there. But if it is attached with the sthita prajna completely and his sadhana is still on, then there is no chance of going back, because that stage is just at the peak of the mountain.
Summarize your answer in one line.
Okay, so sthita prajna stage is a stage where chances are there. You need to be sthita prajna and maintain your journey towards Satchidanatma. That's my answer.
Therefore, there is dal mein kuch kala hai. Still, it is not. It is not. It's not a crystal clear answer. Good attempt. You brought a new concept called sthita pragya. So, see, what do I want to give the group clarity? When you reach a state of enlightenment, is it permanent? Is it permanent? You must have clear answer, and you must not have any confusion. Sip Prakash. Sip Prakash. Prakash, unmute Prakash.
Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste.
Namaste. Enlightenment means permanent only at the time of liberation. Till that time, it is not permanent. Only when you are liberated from this earth, only at that time, if you have achieved enlightenment, that enlightenment is permanent. Till that time, you are always slipping back and forth.
No. You are saying something different. You are talking about liberation.
Yeah, at the time of liberation, if you are enlightened, only that is permanent.
We are not right now. We are not talking about liberation. Liberation happens the moment of death. Don't please come back to enlightenment.
Enlightenment, as far as I know, nobody on this call is enlightened fully except you. So all we are giving is theoretical answers.
So is enlightenment permanent? Suppose tomorrow you get enlightened. Is it permanent or not?
It will not be permanent till the time of my death. Till that time of my death.
You are going along good. Okay. So your answer is like Prem Senji. Good. So we have got Ahem Sip. And then the second round we have got Will Samatma. Ahem Sip.
Shivoham Guruji and everyone else on the call. I bow down to you all. It is permanent until we maintain our entitled ego. Sometimes.
See, the moment you say it is permanent until, then it means it's not permanent. Okay. In life, if I say, suppose somebody asks me, do you love me? I say, I love you, but. The moment I say I love you, but means I don't love you fully.
Okay. So that means it's not permanent, because we have seen cases where people have, because of their arrogance and I, me, they have slipped down.
So therefore, we are still in the race. Thank you, Amsip. Chitra. Shivoham.
According to me, either one is enlightened or not enlightened. There are only two categories, like 0 or 100. There is no in between. So 100 is called enlightenment, and those who are from 0 to 100, this is an awakening process. When they are in the awakening process, they can slip down. But those who are enlightened, they will not slip down. It is 0 or 100.
Good answer. See what Chitra says? Chitra says that the difference between I am in the awakening process, I have already got several realizations. I have got many realizations, but I am not yet awakened. But the moment I am awakened, ting tong, so then it's permanent. So this is what we have got. Chitra, thank you, Chitra. We are going on to the next. After Chitra, we have got Atmanand.
So
Atmanand.
Yeah,
Shivoham.
So from what I understand from your autobiography also is that you got that spark in 2014, but then your guru allowed you to become independent only in 2017, right?
Good.
And yesterday also you said that you have made some mistakes even after 2014.
Absolutely.
So what I mean, I don't know the technical definitions, but what I feel is maybe you get a spark. After that, maybe you are in a transition process. But you've eventually completed. That's where you can say your metamorphosis is complete. After that, it won't be possible. But I would like to understand it in detail from you. But I'm just, based on
you're coming back. You're coming back into consciousness after a long time. Now you're ready to hear. For many days you were in a hibernation. I don't know where you were.
No, I was listening carefully.
From so many days. Good. Yes. Your answer is a very, very good answer. Your answer is a very, very intellectually charged answer, full of consciousness. So you're giving my example, you're talking about how there's a spark of awakening that we call Buddh. Then Chidanand spoke about Sthit Pragya, Jivan Mukta. Chidanand brought those concepts in. Very, very intelligently, Chidanand brought that concept. And then some other, I don't know who used the word Satchidanand Atma. I'm not sure whether Blicko or who was it. You reach, somebody else also told it. I think Pix. You reach that state of Satchidanand Atma. And then Rumataji and Siri and Samatma, they use the word metamorphosis. And the metamorphosis is complete. When the metamorphosis is complete, how can the butterfly who has transformed from a caterpillar to a butterfly, how can it go back? But does it mean that the butterfly, like Sip Prakash said, it has to be liberation? Does it mean that every butterfly will be liberated? So this is where the whole answer comes. But we are not far from it. Lot of value in today's call. Thank you, Atmanand. Girish Ananda, let us see Master what he says. Girish Ananda.
Unless there is permanency, there is no enlightenment.
So then there is?
Permanency and enlightenment, both are synonymous.
In one line, it's the best answer. In one line. If you say I am enlightened, technically, you cannot go back. And if you go back, what does it mean, Girish?
There is no enlightenment at the first place itself.
That means there was no enlightenment. There was an apparent enlightenment. You thought you were enlightened. When a person thinks I am enlightened, a person can slip. But when a person is really enlightened, when a person has metamorphosed from a caterpillar to a butterfly, when the beggar knows I am not a beggar, when the beggar knows I am the king, where is the question of the beggar going back to beg? So, a very, very good answer. Thank you, Girish. Anything else? That's it, right? Thank you, Girish Ananda. And then we have Krishna. And then after that, Will and Samatma. Krishna, Will and Samatma.
Yes, sir, Shivoham.
Shivoham.
Sir, definitely enlightenment is permanent. But enlightenment is permanent when the yogi is always in the divine union. He is a Buddha, he is a Siddha Pragya, he is a Jivan Mukta, and he is in Satchidanand Atma. I think all the attributes make him enlightenment. And once that he gets it, and he has discovered the greatest treasure within, so how will he go for the small petty things? So it is a permanent thing, permanent enlightenment. He has discovered, no, he's a divine.
So therefore, you are saying if a person is truly enlightened, it is permanent. Is that your answer?
If he is truly enlightened, he'll move from, of course, you have taught us, he moves from self-realization to God realization. But after God realization, there is nothing like coming down. He will not. It is a permanent realization. He has realized it. So how can he has realized it in himself and in everyone as a manifestation of the divine? So how
if a person slips, Krishna, if a person slips,
he cannot slip.
Because if a person slips, it only means that person was never enlightened.
Yeah, a person is always, always in yoga also. How can he slip if he's 24/7 in yoga? If he's a yogi in divine union.
Good understanding. So, my dear friends, before I continue, Krishna, we are going on to Will and Samatma. So, those of you who have got this clarity that there is no reverse, you are understanding enlightenment in the perfect way. And those of you who are giving the possibility of slipping means you are yourself not sure. Please understand the real enlightenment is the complete metamorphosis. What Atmanand just said, and what who else said, even Krishna, you said, right? I said, the journey continues. It's like a mountain. You climb the peak, but then it's not over. Then when I got awakening 2014, I was still not, I was not fully enlightened. I got my aha moment. I call it my day of spiritual awakening because that was the day. But I don't know any other day which I got that aha moment. That aha moment came on that day. I am not Ravi, I am Atma in Ravi. But that was not yet permanent. That was like the metamorphosis, like a child is conceived in the mother's womb. but the child is not yet born. Look at this analogy, new analogy I'm giving you. The child is conceived in the mother's womb, but the child is only a zygote. The child is not yet become a child. For the child to become a child, it will take a lot of time. Because it takes 9 months. It's not going to happen in one moment. It's going to take a lot of time. So this is very, very important for us to understand, because if we don't understand this, then we think, oh no, enlightenment is permanent. Ek baar enlightenment ho gaya, then you can do what you want. Now, where's the question of doing what you want? You won't do now, because if you have truthfully realized, I am not the body, mind, ego. I am the divine soul. If you have completely realized, then where is the question? Where is the question of you slipping, reversing? Where is the question? You can't do it. And if you're doing it, it only indicates that you are not fully awakened, you are not fully enlightened. So Krishna, if you're over, then I'll go to Will and Samatma. Yes.
Sir. It's an interesting question, and I could take responsibility for answering it in different ways. Either I could answer the question, yes, it is, or no, it isn't, or I could allow you to answer it, and you could say, yes, it is, or no, it isn't. And the third way that I think we should also remember is to allow the question to answer itself. And that is to say, you have to listen to the question. And it becomes, in the Zen people, they use this word koan. A koan is not a question that you answer. It's a question you do hold in your mind. You allow it, you wait for it to answer. That's my suggestion.
Very good. What is Will saying? This question, is enlightenment permanent, is not a question that you should answer, he says. He says, let that question, is enlightenment permanent, become a seed that is in the fertile consciousness. If that seed is in your fertile consciousness, you become aware of enlightenment, metamorphosis, and its permanence. And it is a journey. So let me explain to you. You may start a journey from Bombay to Pune. You start a journey from Bombay to Pune, your car is there, your driver is there, your petrol is there, everything is there, GPS is there, and you're going. Most likely you will reach Pune. But what about if there's an accident? What if a truck hits your car? Your driver was there, your car was there, your petrol was there, you knew the journey, you knew the direction, you were going in that direction, but suddenly there was an accident. So what happens if you already reached Pune? You already reached Pune. Then you no more have to worry about the accident, because you've already reached your destination. And here the destination after realization, self-realization and God realization, is liberation and unification. If you are already united in yoga with the divine, where's the question of slipping with bhoga? But what if there's an accident? What if there's an accident and you slip? A truly enlightened person will say there's no question of accident. Where's the question of accident? A truly enlightened person will say, I've already transformed from a caterpillar, from a worm to a butterfly. Where's the question of me crawling? But if somebody falls and crawls, it only means that they were not a butterfly in the first place. So therefore, it is a very beautiful question, and its answer is not in answer yes or no. What Will said, this answer is for you to contemplate. Is enlightenment permanent? Or rather, if I were you, I will change the question to read like this. How can I make my enlightenment permanent? I can make my enlightenment permanent by living my enlightenment, by being completely conscious. Of course, enlightenment has to be permanent, of course. But what if there's an accident?
Could I say another thing? I'd kind of like to say it a slightly different way. You see, you can take a question like this and lose the opportunity because you just answer it. So you have one thought, the question, then you come in the answer. Then you have another question, then you have another answer, and you could have a talk all day. But the other way is to take this as an opportunity just to shut your mind up. And you take the question, and it leaves the space in your mind. Is it? And you have to, your mind has to go quiet. It's quite good. maybe you could keep your mind quiet like that with the question for the whole day. Is the enlightened? It's a kind of incredible space it provides your mind. It's like a holiday. You don't have to you're not answering it. You're using the question just to focus on it. And
Yes.
when you do that, you find you're not thinking. It's quite incredible.
Okay, so let it be for Will it says let it be a question of contemplation. Samatma and Sonia. Samatma and then Sonia.
Shivoham. So
Shivoham, yes.
what I meant was enlightenment is a process, and when there's total metamorphosis, you cannot fall back. Then it is permanent. But during that process, when at that last stage, when you're not yet fully enlightened, and you get a lot of attention at that time from people saying, and you also say you are enlightenment, and you start enjoying that attention, that you can easily slip down.
Good. So what Samatma told now, many people have said this, 2-3 people have said this, that enlightenment is not permanent during the process. That is, if you have not yet been enlightened fully, you can slip and you can fall and you can crawl and you can burn. You can completely be burnt. Because, for example, you're growing in the journey of enlightenment, you're growing, you're in the Zoom call, you have attained everything, you've realized everything, you're very close to that state of metamorphosis. Suddenly somebody comes and pulls you. Somebody pulls you and takes you away from this journey. What happens? That means your journey was incomplete. The moment your journey is complete, you come to know I am not the body, mind, ego, I am the divine soul. You realize it, you live it, you live as a Buddha, a Sthit Pragya, you live as a Jivan Mukta, you are in Satchidana Atma, you are living in yoga. How can you then lose it? Therefore, that state of reaching that state of enlightenment is not a joke. Enlightenment is not some easy thing. Enlightenment is not eating ice cream. Enlightenment is not achieving a success. Enlightenment is not getting first rank in class. Enlightenment is a transformation, which is complete transformation called metamorphosis. The caterpillar has to die for the butterfly to be born. Real enlightenment is a metamorphosis, and that metamorphosis is irreversible. If a person has got that real enlightenment, which means complete metamorphosis, the moment but comes in the picture, if but comes in the picture, you're gone. And the most beautiful thing in this world is enlightenment. The most beautiful thing in this world is enlightenment, because it is eternal happiness through enlightenment. You reach it. No pleasure can be as great as this treasure. Nothing in this world can equate enlightenment. Nothing can make us greater than realizing I am a god, I am a goddess. Nothing can be greater than that, to realize who am I? I am AiR. If I realize that, Samatma was saying something. Samatma, you were saying something? Unmute Samatma. Were you saying something? No? Over. Okay. Sonia Rajanand.
Hi, AiR.
Yes, Sonia.
So I'm glad you're asking this question, because a few days ago you put a question to everybody on the call about the life meter and where you are in your life meter. And there were a few people that said that they are in 1, but then they slip to 2, 3, or they wake up in the morning and they're in 1, but then later on they go down. And I was actually listening to that call, and I was thinking that once you are at 1, you do not slip from 1. 1 is the ultimate place to be. You don't go anywhere else from 1. So
Actually,
we
Sonia,
think...
actually, this level from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You're talking about that level?
Yes.
Enlightenment is not 1. Enlightenment is 0. Enlightenment is you're out of the life meter. You're that life, you're no more the person you were.
Okay, so I thought the ultimate was 1.
No. Krishna becomes Krishna. Krishna has a life meter 1 to 1. Rajeshwari has a life meter 1 to 1. She becomes Siri. She's no more having that. There is no. It's like somebody doing karma. I'm having karma as long as I am doing karma. When I am not there, who's doing karma? So just
Okay,
the
so
analogy.
you did not ask what the ultimate was when you put the life meter. You put one as the ultimate, which means
So
one is where you are at a level where you don't slip down.
no,
You
but
don't.
that 1 to 5 was not to do with enlightened people. 1 to 5 is for people who are still on the journey of enlightenment.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
When you reach enlightenment, you are not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2 car 4, 4, 2 car 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. You are 0.
But that's exactly what I'm saying. So that's what I'm trying to say. But then I guess one was the ultimate, which I thought it was.
Yeah. Now
But
you're
you're
saying
saying
0.
the ultimate.
Basically, now you're calling it 0, correct?
Yes. So what I'm saying is once you're there, you don't switch, you don't
Yeah.
slip, you don't change.
Because your life has no meter anymore.
Yeah. There's
Because the meter is only for the car. The body, mind, and ego has a meter. When you're the soul, when you become the soul,
right. Then there's no, yeah. But also you don't wake up every day in a different place. It's always the same. Since you still have a body, there's the realization, there's the enlightenment, but you're still in this world. You're not dead. You're not gone. So you still wake up every day, but you don't change. You're at that same level, no matter what life brings to you, good, bad, ugly, beautiful. Someone tells you you're great, someone tells you you're horrible. It's the same thing. You're at the same level. It doesn't matter.
if you wake up every morning and you're at the same level, then you can be 0. But if you wake up every morning, one day you're 1, one day you're 2, one day you're 3, one day you're back to 1. That means you're still driving the car.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it
Yeah.
is permanent. It doesn't
Yeah.
change. It
Good.
doesn't go anywhere else. Yes.
Absolutely.
And
Only point here,
it's a
Sonia and everybody, very, very important, and Sonia speaks. When we go to that level of 0, we are no more the body, mind, ego, we are the soul. The soul, which is completely metamorphized, cannot fail. It is permanent. If we fail, it only means we never succeeded in the first place. A person who fails means the person appeared to be enlightened, but that person was not.
And I don't think this should have anybody feel dejected or anything, because the journey itself is also a journey towards
Oh, the
that.
journey is beautiful. The journey is amazing, but you need to reach that state of being Satchidanand Atma. You need to, that's why the word in the book, 8 Stages of Spiritual Awakening, we talk of Satchidanand Atma. You have to be soul. That's why many people have changed their name in this call, Atmanand. How many nuns we have got? Atmanand, Sarlanand, I don't know, many Anands we have got. Chidanand, of course, starting with Chidanand and Girish Anand, and so many Anands are there. And then we have got so many people who have transformed their names and their lives.
Right.
So,
But
yeah.
AiR, what I want to point out, I have noticed is people who are on a spiritual journey, they make the goal, the destination, the only, like the be all and end all of it.
Absolutely.
That when they're in the journey and they haven't attained it, and everybody gets through a journey, you don't immediately get to your goal. And
Sonia,
if
you've said the most beautiful thing in the call. Just pause for a moment. What did Sonia say? The person who's on the journey of enlightenment makes this the only priority. For them, there is only enlightenment. It's be all, do all. I don't know what word she used. When you are not wavering, when you are completely cued, completely aligned, completely in that track, only then enlightenment happens. Right, Sonia, this is what you said?
yeah, be all and end all.
Oh, you cannot. If you don't be all and end all, if you be all and end all. Did you say that?
Yes.
So according to me, some people say, I have made enlightenment my priority. I say, it doesn't work. They say, why? I say, make enlightenment my only priority, the priority. Don't make it a priority. Make it the priority of your life. Then it becomes permanent. Yes, Sonia, you can conclude if there's anything more.
No, to conclude, I actually had a question for you.
Yes, please ask. Please ask.
I've noticed that you have not been having interviews with, like you used to have interviews with more different spiritual personalities, and you stopped that. Is that still happening? Are you still going to release some?
Oh, it will, as long as I have breath, it will continue. But we had too many of them actually, and so we gave it a pause. And we are having one is getting released, I think tomorrow, day after, and one I keep doing podcasts. So now our podcasts are going to be more. We'll continue doing spiritual podcasts, but also more to do with happiness, because happiness is the byproduct of enlightenment. This year, the podcast will continue, but it'll be cued a little bit more to happiness. But happiness cannot be without enlightenment. Every podcast will talk of enlightenment.
Can I ask, would you be interested, or would you consider having an interview with Shivani from the Brahma Kumaris?
Yeah, do you know how to? You know them personally?
No, I don't. No,
Yeah,
I
yeah. So we
don't.
will have. We have already contacted them. I don't know what happened, Shiva. So we are trying to contact every spiritual person worth speaking to in the world to have a conversation. So this will continue till I'm alive. It will continue.
Okay, that'd be great. That'd be
It
great.
won't stop. We'll pick people from every continent, in every language, in every faith, and we will keep having podcasts.
So if we know someone personally, we can have
Yeah. You know any guru, you know somebody from any faith, any religion. So yes, please connect, and we will contact them. Krishna arranged many podcasts. Krishna arranged with Bodhanand. Krishna arranged with Somnath. So Krishna was very resourceful. I think she's still looking. So she arranged many podcasts.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Rajanand, Premchand, Siva. 3 more questions as of I can see. Yes, Rajanand.
Sir, I want to just repeat my answer again with this little summary. Sir, enlightenment is a state of living, is it?
It's a state of awakening. Awakening and then living. First awakening and then living.
Sir, after awakening, there is enlightenment. That is, suppose AiR is living as an enlightened entity, enlightened person. So it is a state of being. It is a state of being. So we are living at, that means at this being, there is only witness, there is no object. You just witness. AiR is living as a witness consciousness.
All objects are ship. All objects are manifestation of ship.
Everything AiR. Everything is same. Universal consciousness. Universal oneness is there.
Yes.
24 घंटे वही बात चल रही है. Just what are you seeing? You are perceiving God everywhere. You are perceiving as you are there everywhere. Okay, sir. So
मुझे और कोई मुझे काम धंधा नहीं है.
सर वैसे बोल रहा हूँ जस्ट अपने अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए. हाँ, आपकी यही क्योंकि सुबह से शाम तक तो जैसे मैं आपको देखी अपने आंसर मेरे आते हैं दिमाग में, तो सुबह से आपके जो भी काम करता है एवरीथिंग गोज टुवर्ड्स. ओके सर. लेकिन बट टू मेंटेन दिस एफर्टलेसली, जो मेरा आंसर था, इस एफर्टलेसली मेंटेनेंस के लिए, यहां तक पहुंचने के लिए भी एक साधना की जरूरत है. दैट इज व्हाई आई हैव टोल्ड दैट योर लाइफ हैज बिकम द साधना. यू मे नो इट और यू मे नॉट नो इट. सो फॉर मेंटेनिंग दिस सिचुएशन, दिस स्टेट ऑफ बीइंग, वी रिक्वायर a tremendous intense साधना टू मेंटेन दिस. तब एनलाइटनमेंट रिवर्सिबल नहीं है सर.
देखिए अभी सोनिया ने कहा, if you want this enlightenment, correct, you can't say अच्छा 3 दिन के लिए मैं enlightenment से छुट्टी लेता हूँ, 3 दिन मैं जाके शराब पीऊंगा, 3 दिन मैं ताश खेलूंगा, I will go gambling. I'm just telling you, you cannot say 1 week I will go for gambling and I will go for horse riding and I will come back and again. No, the moment you go out of this path, you have come down the mountain. Again, you have to climb up the mountain.
Suppose 2014 में you were enlightened. You got that aha moment. After following all the 8 stages of that, जो भी है हमारे enlightenment program के process की. After that, do you feel that it was a permanent nature?
No.
No. That is my because
let me explain to you. After 2014, I got the spark. I became Atma and Ravi. सब कुछ मालूम हो गया. But that had not yet fully crystallized. I have told practically in this call, from 2014 to 15 to 16, it took me time to give up the body, mind, ego. I got the realization. 31st August 2014 realization आ गया, एहसास हो गया कि मैं नहीं हूं, लेकिन फिर भी मैं था ना, मैं नहीं हूं, एहसास हो गया। एहसास होना एक बात है, उसको सच्चाई करना और एक बात है। कमिंग टू गेटिंग एनलाइटेंड इज वन, लिविंग दैट एनलाइटनमेंट इज अनदर थिंग।
That is why my answer, sir. You got the enlightenment in 2014, but you lived as an enlightened being till now.
No,
that is why you are enlightened.
No. I did not get the enlightenment in 2014.
You did not get it.
I started my metamorphosis in 2014.
Oh, okay. Because
I started my metamorphosis in 2014. It took me 2015 and 16. 2017 में, I can say, in 2017, my guru told me, अभी तुम आगे बढ़ चुके हो. Now you're beyond. Go.
That means you were awakened in 2014, probably. Awakened.
I got the spark. I got awakening. बुद्ध बन गया, बुद्ध. 2014, 31st August, I was Buddha. I was not Sit Pragya. I was not Jivan Mukta. I was not Satchidanand Atma. It happened only, it took me 2 things. So therefore, all of you will pass through a phase. First, you get that awakening. You get that awakening. And then you become awakened. Awakening, you must get that awakening. That's, aha, मैं आत्मा हूं. You get that awakening. Then the metamorphosis starts. When the metamorphosis is complete, you are flying like a butterfly. No chance of coming back to be a kida. You cannot come back to be a kida. I hope this has given you a lot of alignment. I hope this discussion. So many of you are very close to that state of spark. Some of you might have got that spark. You may not even realize you have got that spark. Some of your metamorphosis may have already started. But still, many of you are still not having the wings to fly. Many of you have not started flying. When you start flying, you come to know, mera to ho gaya, mera beda par ho gaya. Sir, got it? Premchandji, yes, I don't, Shiva wanted to speak, but Premchandji last. If Shiva wants to speak, otherwise Premchandji last. Yes.
गुरुदेव, मैं आपको 2 चीज बताता हूँ. अगर परमानेंट होता तो विश्वामित्र क्यों गिरते? और अगर नारद ये कहता है कि मतलब आई हैव वन द काम, तो फिर भगवान को उसका घमंड तोड़ने के लिए माया क्यों रचनी पड़ती?
तो प्रेमचंद जी, यू गॉट अ वेरी वैलिड पॉइंट. जो आप बोल रहे हैं ना, इसका मतलब ये है, प्लीज पे अटेंशन प्रेमचंद जी, मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ.
ये परमानेंट हो ही नहीं सकता गुरुदेव. नहीं तो ये हो गया कि जैसे मैंने एमए की डिग्री पास कर ली, अब तो मुझे मिठाई बांट.
सुनिए, हम 2 बात कह रहे हैं. वी आर टॉकिंग ऑफ 2 थिंग्स. वन,
सर,
कीड़ा तितली बनना है. समझ गए प्रेमचंद जी? कीड़ा तितली बनना है. द वर्म हैज टू बिकम द कैटरपिलर, द बटरफ्लाई. ठीक है? उसके बाद क्या तितली वापस कीड़ा बन सकता है?
वो अलग चीज है गुरुदेव. अब मैं ह्यूमन लाइफ ही एनलाइटेंड होती है. अगर
मैं समझा रहा हूं.
ह्यूमन लाइफ वाला तो ह्यूमन लाइफ वाला गिर सकता है.
मैं आपको समझा रहा हूं, 1 मिनट. तो मैंने आपसे पूछा, क्या तितली कीड़ा बन सकता है?
नहीं बन सकता.
लेकिन तितली उड़ते उड़ते आग में जाके जल सकती है. समझ गए आप बात? विश्वामित्र मतलब ये है कि तितली को भी, द बटरफ्लाई हैज टू बी केयरफुल नॉट टू बी बर्न्ट इन द फायर ऑफ भोगा. द बटरफ्लाई हैज टू बी, फायर इज स्टिल देयर, जो आप बोल रहे हैं. लेकिन बटरफ्लाई वापस नहीं जाएगा. कीड़ा नहीं बनेगा.
कीड़ा नहीं बनेगा.
जब तक हम उड़ रहे हैं, when till we are flying, till we are alive, till the last moment, what you said, till the last moment, सावधान. सावधान. मेरे गुरु ने कहा मुझसे, till the last moment, सावधान.
वरना in the present world you have seen so many persons slipped away after achieving enlightenment. और अगर परमानेंट है तो फिर तो मुझे मिठाई बांट देना चाहिए. अरे मैं एनलाइटेंड हो गया, लो मिठाई खाओ. अब तो मैं वापस जा ही नहीं सकता. तो वो मिठाई नहीं बांट सकता ना मैं.
तो द क्वेश्चन इज, वापस तो नहीं जा सकते लेकिन जल सकते हैं. वापस नहीं जा सकते लेकिन इस भोग में जल सके, मिट जाएंगे, खत्म हो जाएंगे. थैंक यू, वेरी गुड. नो प्रेमचंद जी, ब्यूटीफुल पॉइंट. आपने बहुत सही कहा और आपका पॉइंट सही है.
ओके सर.
Shiva, thank last comment of Shiva and we close. Shiva. Shiva's there? Yes, Shiva, unmute Shiva. Last comment from Shiva, we are closing with Shiva.
Yes.
Shiva, unmute.
Haryo.
Yes.
Yeah, Shivam Guruji, what you said is enlightenment is definitely permanent because
Yes.
we have come to this call for enlightenment. Our ultimate goal is to get enlightenment. So
Yes.
we have crossed 8 stages of spiritual awakening by crossing first step and second step and third step. So we have reached that awakening state. After
I don't know.
awakening, it
That
is
you should know. You should know. I don't know.
no,
Continue.
when I have awakened, it is that the knowledge has to crystallize. Once the knowledge is crystallized, it's enlightenment. The butterfly, it has to fly like a butterfly, freedom from everything. So it doesn't stop there. What I understand, I'm explaining. If it is, please explain me if it is wrong. So once you have achieved that state, it doesn't stop there. We have to go to the next stage as Sthita Pragya, where you completely transcend the mind and always in consciousness and with intellect. Then after that, Jivan Mukta. This is the way step by step we go, and unless and until we achieve Jivan Mukta, living like a lotus, then it is complete bliss,
Yeah, and
Satchitanand.
what you're
So
saying is
the
correct. What you're saying is correct. Let me quickly summarize it for all of you. Please,
yeah.
I'm closing in 30 seconds, I'm going to summarize. 30 seconds. The journey of spiritual awakening takes you through Mumukshu, Jigyasu, Jnani, Yogi, Buddha. Buddha becomes the state where you start your awakening. You got a spark of awakening. Buddha. You start your spark of awakening. Your transformation starts, your metamorphosis starts. You go through Buddha, Sthita Pragya, Jivan Mukta, and you attain Satchidanand Atma. Satchidanand Atma, the kida, the worm, the caterpillar, has become a butterfly. Now, you are enlightened. Is it permanent? Yes, provided you fly as a butterfly and don't burn and become nothing. Then you are liberated and united with the divine. I fold my hands and I will see you tomorrow at 8. Thank you for your excellent participation.